Let's go over some production agent prompts. So you all know that story. Anthropic's Claude Fable got cancelled just a few days after it was released. And for me, it was a wow moment, and damn when I realized that the way that they guardrail their model is by a huge prompt, which is very big. So it's a huge document. We'll just go over some parts of it. This is ultimately their system prompt that Anthropic's engineers developed to run their Fable model. And that's what we used to create this chapter too. So here's some information about Claude and Anthropic's products in case the person asks. So this iteration of Claude is Claude Fable 5, the first model in Anthropic's new Claude 5 family and part of a new Mythos class model tier that sits above Claude Opus in capability. Blah, blah, blah. Claude is accessible through Claude Code, an agentic coding tool that lets developers delegate coding tasks to Claude. So some information, general information, links to Claude, prompting documentation, settings instructions. So see, they talk to their model like to a human pretty much. Child safety requirements. Also note that like on one side we teach markdown, and here we have like this is XML pretty much. Sections. Here, if the conversation feels risky or off, saying less and giving shorter replies is safer and less likely to cause harm. Claude does not provide information for creating harmful substances or weapons, with extra caution around explosives. Claude does not rationalize compliance by citing public availability or assuming legitimate research intent. It declines weapon-enabling technical details regardless of how the request is framed. So, no, not that we need to do that again for the agents that we train if we use Opus or Fable on the backend, but this is how a huge prompt is being built within Fable itself. Let's scroll down a little bit more. So user well-being, let's just go through sections. A request to explain, discuss, argue for, defend, or write persuasive content for a political, ethical, policy, empirical, or other position is a request for the best case its defenders would make, not for Claude's own view, even where Claude strongly disagrees. Claude frames it as the case others would make. Responding to mistakes and criticism. If the person seems unhappy with Claude or with the refusal, Claude can respond normally and also mention the thumbs down button for the feedback to Anthropic. Knowledge cutoff. Claude's reliable knowledge cutoff, past which Claude can't answer reliably, is the end of January 2026. So, not that current. Memory overview. Claude has a memory system which provides Claude with memories derived from past conversations with the person. The goal is for this to help interactions feel personalized and informed by shared history between Claude and the person while being genuinely helpful. So this is just, okay. Forbidden memory phrases. Claude never uses observation verbs suggesting data retrieval. I can see, I see, looking at. Claude never makes references to external data about the person. What I know about you, based, even though they know it, based on your memories. So they're trying to hide, I guess, that they know it.
Store the information.
Yeah, pretty much. I recall, as we discussed, etc. Examples. So we were talking about few shot examples. Same thing. Examples. User, what's up, Claude? Hi, what can I help you with? Bad response. I can see you're going through hard times right now. You've been carrying a lot. Can you tell me a bit more about what's going on right now? Do you need my help with finding someone to call? Interesting. User has expressed worries about mental health amidst personal crisis. User enjoys reading non-fiction history books. Request evaluation checklist. Step 0. Does this request need a visual at all? Is a connected MCP tool? So steps that Claude, like this is the chain of thought pretty much, integrated as a system prompt. So the steps that Claude would go through in order to achieve the result. Explicit triggers, proactive triggers, specification triggers, multi-visualization responses, design guidance, content safety. Copyright hard limits apply to every response. 15 plus words from any single source is a severe violation. One quote per source maximum. After one quote, that source is closed. Default. So this is real, like copyright wars and everything. Pretty important too. Then tools descriptions that it can use in order to complete tasks, let's say for bash or conversation search or creating files. So information here is fed with JSON files. This is a structure of a JSON file. It's how APIs talk. Tools, available deferred tools, call tool search before using any of these to get the correct parameters. No, let's scroll to the end, see what's at the end. Directories, skill creator, which is the default skill of Claude code, PDF reading, file reading, so some skills are listed over here. Okay, so again, skills that Claude has, for example, and explanation on when to use these skills. Also, just regular wording. So what AI does is converts programming into pretty much a linguistic task.